Hi everyone, and welcome to episode 28. It's 28 already? Wow. Episode 28 of the Casually Avid Gamer Plays Minecraft. I'm really glad you guys are here. Now, in our last episode, our last full-length episode, we made the stairway up to our entrance. And we made a very grand stairway. First I'm going to fall in this water because I'm slick. And then we're going to keep talking. We made a very grand, it looks good. It looks good, and it's big. So big, in fact, that that little entrance there doesn't really seem to fit the bill anymore. I like the entranceway. The entranceway inside is actually going to stay the same because that's still one of my favorite builds. But we've got to do something with the outside. We need kind of an entrance archway that has the same kind of, well, gravitas that the stairway up does. So to do that, we're gonna have to do a bunch of stuff. I don't know if we're gonna get it all done in this episode or not, but hey, we're gonna burn through as much as we can. One of the first things is that, you know, for our base being built into the stone face of a cliff, or of a mountain, if you will. The dirt kind of piled up on the sides, in my opinion, sort of detracts from the overall look of the thing. So one of the things I want to do is pull the dirt out and get some stone in to fill in the gaps that the dirt leaves. Just because I think it looks a lot better. We had to do that over in our... Well, actually, let me just show you guys. So we're heading over to the mountain monastery, and I got to do something with this entranceway at some point. I've got lots of plans. I love this game. I've been doing this series for, you know, quite a while now, and it's still so much fun. I'm still having a blast. But anyway, like I was saying, when we first started building in this area, a lot of this kind of cliff face was dirt piled up. And you can still see in some spots where I couldn't get at it, or haven't bothered getting at it just yet. But a lot of this cliff face right here was dirt. And it didn't look nearly as good having those waterfalls in there with the dirt packed in there. I think there's something about just, you know, it being all stone that looks kind of, I don't know, more majestic. I just like the look of it. Throwing dirt on there just looks kind of haphazard in my opinion. So we're going to do something similar over the head, or over the entrance to our base. And then after we get all of that dirt cleaned out, as I start running back that way, after we get all of the dirt cleaned out, another thing we want to do is build something that kind of surrounds the entranceway. I'm not going to actually try and build the actual doorway itself any larger. That would just be too much of a pain in the butt, and I think it would kind of ruin the design we have in there. So we're going to need to build something that kind of goes that way, maybe something with kind of pillars cut into the rock face or something like that. And I'm probably going to at least need to shave the protruding parts off, at least while I'm getting everything in. And then if we decide we want to add stuff back in later, you know, that's always possible. So alright, I'm going to start, well, I'm going to go sleep here in a second, and then I'm going to start cleaning stuff off. Alright, and while I'm taking out these last little bits and pieces here, at least off the front, we've shaved the mountain, if you will. But while I'm doing that, I did just want to kind of let you guys know, I'm not playing on a Minecraft Realms server anymore. The guy the friend of mine whose server I was playing on, he's gotten busy. He's kind of gotten Minecraft out of his system, and actually I think that's happened to a lot of the guys who were playing on the server, and that's fine. That's okay, because I mean, like every other video game I've ever played, you know, I play it for, you know, depending on how much I like it, you know, 3 months to a year, and then I'm done with it. And, you know, these guys kept with it for a long time. and now they're kind of done. They're all pretty busy life wise, and they've probably got other stuff they're doing for entertainment, and that's cool. So we're no longer on a Realms server. So that does mean that now when I want resources, I just go raid one of their bases. I was actually able to get, my friend sent me a world download of the world, and now I'm just playing this on my PC, which is working out fine. It's great. So kind of sad that I'm not playing with the other guys, but I also kind of understand that they were sort of done with it, and that's okay. All right, so now I've got the mountain shaved. Now I gotta kind of figure out what I want. I think one of the design limitations is that this is only 3 deep, and so we can't jut out. Like, we can't, nothing we built here. Like, if we build this out, we're not going to be able to get by it, and then these stairways, these stairs on the side would be pointless, really. So I think we're going to have to build back. Now I just got to figure out what we're going to do when we build back. Well, I am in kind of a design quandary right now. What I'm thinking the general thrust of the design is going to be, we've expanded the entranceway here, moved it farther out. These kind of have to stay here. Like, I can't build back from here, else I start interfering with this stuff, which I don't want to do. So we expanded this a little bit, and then we're going to have sunk back into the mountain a couple of pillars, or pillar-looking things. And don't worry, the back's not going to be the dirt. It's all going to get replaced with something far cooler, in theory. I have an idea, but my first design quandary, I want to incorporate a little bit of the inside design into the entrance, but since the inside design and the outside design don't mesh up particularly well, like, they look good, but I don't think they'd play well together, I'm a bit at a loss at what to do next. Like, this is my best guess for the pillar. Like, don't look at the background or anything yet, but just, I'm using diorite, and not the polished kind, but the regular kind. Like, I like I don't know, somehow they made it look a little shiny, a little nicer when on the polished, but I don't like the fact that each block is outlined. I like how this, just the unpolished, is a continuous swath of stone rather than individual blocks, because I think that looks better, especially for a pillar. Pillars aren't made out of blocks, are they? They're just one solid thing of stone, I thought. Anyway, so that's why I'm using that right now, but I'm not 100% sold on it. I don't know. So what do you guys think for the pillar color? Because, yeah, like I said, I just don't know. The reason why I'm definitely going with the diorite rather than the granite, because I've got a ton of granite I need to use up, but I don't think the pink would work well with the orange and the off-white, if you will. Whereas I think I can put some, like, for example, I think I'm going to put right here, just working a couple of chiseled stone blocks. How high was that? That was right here. Put those both there. And at least that kind of starts working in something from the outside. And again, it breaks up that expansive gray, which I really want to do. I don't like the dirt interfering with the mountain, but I don't want huge expanses of gray. Like, when it's just the mountain, all gray is fine with me. But if I'm going to build something, I need to put some color into it. So I think right now, my best guess is this polished diorite, or not unpolished diorite. And then I'm going to do something kind of neat with the back blocks, I think, if I have the resources. If I don't, I'll have to go resource gathering, which, you know, it's Minecraft. That's what you do. Huh. And then the next question is, how tall do I make it? Because adding those pillars on either side is going to make it awfully broad. And then the trick is, how high do we make it in order to not make it seem so squat? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Hop down to the comments and tell me what you think about the pillar block and any of the other stuff. Any ideas you guys have, throw them down there. It's a witch. I've got that entire part of Monty Python, The Quest for the Holy Grail in my head now. It's a witch! Burn her! Burn her anyway! It's starting to come together. It's certainly big enough that it doesn't look dwarfed by the stairways anymore. So I think that'll be good. And I think that's as high as the pillars are going to go. And then I think we're going to cap them with something. Not quite sure what. What I do know is I want to use some red sandstone in there. And when it comes to red sandstone, I currently, to my name, have 16 slabs and 2 chiseled redstone. So I actually need to go scavenging for some more redstone. Or red sandstone, not redstone. I've got plenty of redstone. Alright, so I need to head off that away, because that's the most reliable source I know of. Actually, no, there's red sand over that way. Pro tip, if you're not a Minecraft player, you can't actually find red sandstone in the game. You have to find red sand, or make red sand, and then turn it into sandstone. So it's a pretty rare resource, which was kind of funny when I was building that as one of my first builds. It was kind of just odd using one of the hardest or the rarest resources in Minecraft to build one of my first builds. But anyway, I digress. I need to get going and grab up some more sand. So our route is actually taking us through Ping Boss's base. You know, like I said before, we're not actually playing on the same server anymore, but this is still his base, and he still created his own cavern, which is just, I can't imagine how much work that took. But wow. But anyway, we have to go either through or around his base. And his base is kind of labyrinthine. I think that's how you pronounce that word. If that's not how you pronounce that word, hey, let me know down in the comments. Vocabulary assignment. Yeehaw! Alright, so I'm going to try to make my way through his base and see what we can find out. Or see if I can find some of that red sandstone stuff. Okay, and I will show off this build he did, because that's just really neat. I never knew that, because these are just stone half slabs with a light source down on the ground there, and then no other light sources in the area, and I had never seen that effect before, and you gotta admit, that looks pretty darn cool. Alright, we made it through ish. I only fell down a couple of times. It was fine. And now we need to get some of this red sand going, because that's not actually red sandstone. That's orange sand clay, which really confused me when I first went out to gather it. But alright, I'm going to grab up a bunch of this stuff, and we'll check in with you guys later. He's going to hit me with sand. Oh no. We've gotten our red sandstone, and we got, well, a little more than I thought we did. We've got a little over 5.5 stacks of it, or a little less than 5.5 stacks. That'll give us about 1.25 stacks of actual redstone blocks, and that should probably be enough for what we need. I didn't necessarily intend to go too overboard with the red sandstone in the rest of this build, but it might. You never know. I'm putting last touches on our new and improved entrance, well, or at least version 1.0. I say that because I don't know if I'm completely satisfied with it. It looks better. It looks a whole lot better. But I'm not exactly sure. Here, let me drop this in, and then I'll show you guys. So let's go out here where we can take a look at this thing. So that's where we're at. And I don't know. I don't actually know. I know I don't like it. Two things about this that I'm really not a fan of. The pillars look completely out of place. I've worked none of the blocks from the rest of the build in with these, so it looks completely out of place. I like the obsidian behind it to give it a little more depth. I do like that, but I don't know. I need an idea for those pillars, so that's gonna be. Let's make that your homework, guys. Let me know what you think we can do here instead of just this unpolished diorite pillar. Hopefully I'd like something pillar-esque, but yeah, I don't know. And then the other thing I'm not really a fan of right now is the fact that that smooth sandstone is just sitting flat in there. So actually, I'm gonna break and I'm gonna recess that one block, and then we'll see how it looks. Let's see what we got. Okay, that looks a little better. It's still awfully plain for me. I think just the plainness of the sandstone and then the plainness of the diorite, it's kind of bugging me. It's kind of bugging me just a little bit. Alright, well, like I said, I think that's all we have time for today anyway, or, well, this week, however you want to put it, this episode. That would be the best way. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you think I can change. I like the size of it. Overall, I think it's better than where we were at before. I certainly do. But I don't know. I think it can be better, and I'd like to hear what you guys think as to how. Well, anyway, I want to thank you guys for tuning into this episode of the Casually Avid Gamer Plays Minecraft. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click that like button, click that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. I want you guys to have a great week, and we'll talk to you next time.